Hello everyone and welcome back to Algebra 1. Today we are continuing with concept number 10, which is on discriminant. Now, we are going to be talking today about using the quadratic formula. Last class in mathematics, we were introduced to the quadratic formula. I entered it up here just as a reminder, and if you don't have it in your notes, right now would be a good time to make sure you do. Okay? Let's jump into our example for today. For our example, we have something that looks a little strange. Not like something that we could easily plug into our quadratic formula. So, we have x squared minus 8 equals 2x. That's not in standard form. Standard form is x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. That's standard form. So why don't we go ahead and make our example look like this in standard form. Okay? We are going to take our 2x and subtract it to both sides. And we're going to move it not to the end of this equation, but to the middle where it's supposed to go. So we would be left with x squared minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we have our A, our B, and our C. Okay? Forgot that in our standard form example. Okay? Very well. Let's go ahead, and now that we have it in standard form, plug it in to our quadratic formula. Let's identify our A. Our A is going to be 1 in this case. So A is going to be equal to 1. B is going to equal to negative 2. And C is going to equal to negative 8. Okay? Now, again, let's go ahead and plug it into our quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. Okay? Now let's go ahead and work this out. Let's start off with the top part, with inside our square root. Actually, let's start with this part, negative b. So we have a negative times b, but our b is already negative. That means our negative 2 will just convert into a positive 2. Okay? So plus or minus. Now, in our square root symbol, we have negative 2 squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is going to equal positive 4. Because we're multiplying two negatives, our answer is going to be positive. So, it'll be 4 minus, let's go ahead and multiply 1 times negative 8. That is going to equal negative 8. And negative 8 times negative 4. How much is that going to be? 8 times 4 is 32. But since we're multiplying two negatives, it'll be a positive 32. Now, we are left with 4 plus 32 for inside of our square root. 4 plus 32 is 36. And we know that the square root of 36 is 6 because 6 times 6 equals 36. So we have 2 plus or minus 6 over, you have 2 times 1, so 2. Now we're going to go ahead and take this part of our quadratic formula and do it twice. Once with a positive 6 and once with a negative 6. Okay, let's go ahead and do that up here. So we're going to take x is equal to 2, let's start with the positive, plus 6 divided by 2. 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. So this is going to equal 8 divided by 2. And 2 goes into 8 4 times evenly. So our answer is 4. Simple enough, right? Now, let's go ahead and do the same thing, but instead of a positive 6, now we're going to do it with a negative. So 2 minus 6 divided by 2. Now we know that 2 minus 6 is going to give us a negative response. Why? Because 6 is our largest number, therefore it's negative and we're subtracting, so negative 4 is going to be our answer. We are left with negative 4 divided by 2. Now, our answer is going to be negative because we have to multiply a positive and a negative in order for our answer to be negative. So 2 goes into 4 2 times, but it'll be negative 2 because we want to get a negative 4. So this is our second answer. And that is how we solve a problem using the quadratic formula. Okay? Looks like a lot of work, but step by step makes things easy. Let's go on into your assignment for your assignment today. I want you guys to go ahead and do this example. It is 2x minus 4x equals 21. Now, just like the example we did together, it's not quite in the right order for us to use our quadratic formula. So, start off with that, placing it in standard form. Identify your A, your B, and your C, and move on from there. Remember, writing out each step simplifies it and also helps you remember if you miss a step. If you have any questions on anything, please don't hesitate and ask. I'm here to help. Now, I hope to be hearing back from everyone very, very soon, and I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.